Welcome back. Obviously, you haven't been scared away, and honestly, I'm not sure why. Higurashi has been nothing if not a little confusing. Some calm yet tense moments, some characters that are seemingly possessed by curses, spirits, demons. And then there's the whole ordeal of fire and clawing at one's throat. Still, we can all just sit and hope. What about this brother that went missing, transferred somewhere else? We're going to learn the truth behind the matter? And if so, will I like the outcome? After all the tidbits and small bits and pieces that I'm learning throughout the series so far, probably not. But let's see. Away from school? Well, I hope it is just something as simple as a cold, but when we come to this story, this show, there's nothing quite as simple or kind as a cold. Also, how has this show done the at the time if only we knew what was going on kind of thing, foretelling the future through almost like character reminiscing? And as much as I say that as we're going through the episodes and the little rewinds and new stories every 4 or so episodes, there are some eventualities and whatnot which I can kind of picture, but I don't know if my mind is quite as depraved as some of the writing in this show. Considering what we saw of in the previous one with the guy at the baseball game with a few of his fantasies. But there's so much going on both above and below in this town. Well, let's see if they come back to help him in the future. Really got to hold on to that favour. Is he allowed to just come into a school? Yeah, does he have a visitor pass? I mean, he would if she was around. Well, if it's not that big of a deal, why are you going here to ask for her? And of course, if one doesn't work, just move on, ask someone else for their assistance, their help. Giving out information that didn't need to be given. Why is that important? Damn it, children. Just be quiet. Scion. Why does he look incredulous there? Artist. At what point was he making enemies? Yeah, this guy really needs a visitor's pass, and maybe a chaperone while he's on school property. I would like to say, good that he's here and stopping that, but why is he sneaking around the school as well? But considering our previous run-ins with this detective dude, why is he being so standoffish now? And whenever he turns up, he's careful. Oh, is he part of the school? He's a doctor of the school. Okay. Hmm? I mean, from that line of questioning there, and why is he bringing up the curse and her in the same sentence? Why and that with the detective? And how they were befallen to the curse. However, it didn't work out there either. Is it really prevalent for him to be in telling him about Sataka's family history right now? Is this a story he should just go about telling people willy nilly? So anything we can just attribute to the curse, when it could have just been a coincidence or an unfortunate happenstance. Also, considering who? Hmm. Now, considering that Oishi's interaction just now, we can put a little bit of caution about him. But I can't take the doctor's word for it, considering what we know about him and what he wants. If the uncle's back, then if there's some sort of abuse of some sort, is she allowed out into the public? Or is she even capable? Why is the boot open? What do you have, and why is she in the car? Oh, it's a bike. Yeah, she seems fine. Whenever you've... She seems to have shut off her mind. Huh. And he is incapable of doing it himself, I see. I see that even with guests and visitors outside, he doesn't particularly hold back his reactions. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, this seems like a fine household to just leave her in. I mean, family members going out to buy groceries and whatnot is fine, but if she's looking a little well, seen better days. I mean, there's probably some legal processes they can go through to keep her safe in various ways, but she has absolutely tiny hands with that perspective. Is that the right word to say when she's to say, "Oh, you're like a new brother to her"? Is that what you're worried about? Surely her personal safety would probably come paramount. You can worry about the happenstance of the brother and where he might have gone once she's exactly out of immediate harm. With every moment that they're spending, there's more of a danger there. Ordeal. What, it's like penance for whatever has befallen them. Hmm. Won't admit it, just put up with it for as long as she can. But then if they do get mixed into this ordeal, personally, I think her feelings of whether or not this is her right to try and overcome it really shouldn't come into the matter. Hmm. I would agree with him, actually. Personal safety really trumps anything, especially when it comes to self-imposed rules and tasks for yourself. If it means personal injury, especially for a child that age, why would you leave them in a situation that's that dangerous when it's visible injuries? I think you should stay away from any sorts of shrines as much as possible, mate. Also, you might want to wear some mittens and cut your nails a lot. Still can't remember? Are they referencing? Ah, okay. I was wondering if they were referencing other times and iterations. So are they meant to know each time they've been down this road? Which means we have less than 2 days to really prepare for what is going to happen this time. Well, she looks a little. That's the surface level of what the villagers doing this festival for. The problem is, even if curses do or don't exist, there'll be the others that believe in it so much they'll be willing to make it true. Why do you have to be so coy about it? I feel like it might be some time. Why wouldn't you want to go and visit her? I mean, yeah, if it was just secondhand conversation like that, then it would be one thing. But yeah, seeing it firsthand. Imagine actually knowing this is that kind of thing is going on and just being, I'll just go to school, carry on with my life. Last time we were here, it did not go well. Is there anything that she can do to step in? I mean, he doesn't really have anyone to turn to and talk to, especially to ask for advice or help, so. Hmm. I would like to know in this version where he might have heard some of these things. Can you make sure it is? Let's have a word with this, Shio. I mean, if there's any truth to the matter there, you know. Or even just offer a prayer to the one you worship. However, in a roundabout way, yes, but also, if the curse gets put on the uncle, what about the other one that needs to go with it? And is there certain issues where even if she was able to do it, there's a reason why she can't? Just a normal schoolgirl. However, you can't just believe all rumours. But is he allowed to walk around the grounds for a bit, go see if there's any like underground prisons? Where's the well? I mean, shoes. Hmm. With such concerned faces. Is that why she's now at school? I mean, have to put up pretenses, otherwise it's going to be more of an issue for them. Really? Who could have seen that coming? Ah. Also, is that the first time we've seen the teacher? And why does she have similar hair? Although blue. Well, you need some form of evidence, something that would actually be able to stick. And I guess the victim itself, we need to agree to some extent. Okay, so what is this uncle even blood related? Hmm. Okay. I see. So coming from a broken home where there's already a change in father figure, then the parents die. Uh huh. So a avoid the cold wolf situation. Hmm. That they'll just sit back, see what happens without getting involved. Paperwork would be too much of a issue. I mean, incredibly happy about that lunch. I wonder if she liked that response. You've got some trauma. That was a hell of a hit there. Traumatic experience of just giving a light head rub. You've just seen what happens when you went near it before. Do you really want to? Well, lunch is ruined. Wow, they went all out there. Not just normal kind of puke or whatnot, but the strain, the mucus from the nose and everything. Huh. Maybe someone else try approaching her and see if she's okay. Yeah, child services don't need to get involved. Jesus, when she's broken to that extent, I'm guessing not just because of the current situation with the uncle, but the family history and the brother going missing and whatnot, and the fact that he is so resembling of him. A lot of anime and whatnot would shy away from showing vomit and bodily fluids like and stuff like that, but not this one. In fact, it goes overboard to show it be more realistic. But it really is kind of strange that, well, I was going to say how what characters are, what their actions are, but I guess reality isn't all that much different. Organizations sit back till they actually can wave away any kind of legal responsibility if it does go wrong, even if it is far too late. It's not the first story that I've seen which covers this kind of topic, but Jesus. How deep does it go? How many people know and don't act? And not just the children in the classroom, the ones that actually have a power to do anything. Jesus Christ. Luckily, I've never been in this situation where I need to question myself what my actions would be if I would actually intervene, even if it is just putting a call through to for someone's safety. And I really hope I never get put in that situation. I do get the feeling that with this story, that no matter how hard he tries, whether or not he actually manages to separate them and get her somewhere safe for a short matter of time, that's only half the battle. The other side being her, how she views this, being this her charge, her challenge, her ordeal to sit through. There's not going to be a bit of gratitude if that's how she actually sees it. Although that was just from the doctor and not from her mouth personally, so. Also, could it all just be one big fabrication and lie? People got the wrong end of the stick several times. And then we're being fed false information. Maybe she did actually fall down the stairs or something. Completely innocent. Still, the brother going missing. If there's stories of abuse and the like, whether or not the brother actually ran away, I don't know what to really say to this. There's a lot, how strange is it that I'm thinking this, but previous stories have had characters that go off the deep end, paranoia, schizophrenia, kind of, well, there's voices and people chasing me, and then it ends up beating the school friends to death. Then there's another one where it got tortures and murders and put down a well. Okay. But now a story of slight abuse. And no, that's what I'm struggling to sit through and watch. Maybe because I know this is a little more likely to hit home and be experienced, I guess. Still, for a show like Higurashi to affect me like this, where I'm actually thinking about it properly, it's done well in storytelling. But there were at least two moments in this episode which piqued my suspicion. Either I've misjudged it entirely, misremembered, or plain forgotten some of the conversations that have gone before, or there were references to we know each other, or information that has been gleaned but shouldn't be known. Do they know, in some respects, that this is a repeating story with different outcomes? Still, I wonder if there'll be any change in this one. Is the photographer still going to go down with the same fate? If they're not going to go down and see the inside of the shrine, what's the catalyst this time? But when it comes to safety, the fact that everyone kind of knows and teachers are involved, but can anyone actually step in and stop the curse from striking? I'm still wondering about that bag in the river from the beginning. Was it referencing anything that is currently going on? Because it did look like old traditional style housing in the rivers and whatnot, so it could have been from years ago. I don't know. I just know that right now there's a girl putting on a brave face, and pretty much everyone around her is not helping in the slightest. Well, if there's anything vaguely uncomfortable, probably going to see it in Higurashi. Why did the uncle come back now? The previous arcs he didn't. Maybe she can sneak away and live with Rika again. Well, we can hope for the best, can't we? This might be a bit much for my tiny brain to handle right now. Especially the involvement of the detective and how close he is to the potential victim. And also, why does he always show up and make things worse? Whether or not he's actually just trying to be helpful and solve the case and whatnot, everything seems to go to shit as soon as he's on screen. Still, so much to think about, so much to go through. And I'm not sure if I want to. If for somehow I've said something that's entertained you, let me know. If you leave a like and a comment on the video, it helps me out, helps the channel out. If you want it to survive a little longer, consider subscribing if you haven't already. Jump onto my Discord if there's something you want to talk about. For now, give yourselves a bit of rest. I'm definitely going to need it. See you for the next one.